Hey, this is Artie Astor from B Sharp and C. I did not scroll through YouTube today and find something random. I did Benson Boone, Bohemian Rhapsody, not because I wanted to, but because all y'all wanted me to. I kept getting comments one after the next to watch Benson Boone do Bohemian Rhapsody. One person even called it. They even called the score that I would give this performance. So watch it and you tell me Benson Boone with Brian May doing Bohemian Rhapsody. Welcome, everybody, to another episode of B Sharp and C. Today, I am not going to go scrolling through YouTube looking for some random performance. I'm actually doing a viewer request. And I feel this is important to do because I do read the comments, even the horribly negative ones where people say I'm the worst reaction video maker they've ever seen. All that being said, I do read the comments, and I have had an overwhelmingly high amount of requests for me to do a reaction video for Benson Boone with special guest Brian May doing Bohemian Rhapsody. Hopefully, this does not get blocked. I did get blocked by Coachella, the copyright owner of the whole concert. I did get blocked by them. I wrote to them a letter of appeal. They accepted my appeal and they allowed me to post my last Benson Boone song. Usually, when I win an appeal, future videos with that are posted using the material of that same copyright owner, usually those videos get pushed right through automatically. So I'm hoping that's what happens here. We'll see. But you know what? Enough talking. I'm actually excited to see what this performance is. I have never seen this performance. I guess he changed his wardrobe to do this song. I did do a little bit of research of Benson Boone. I think his story is really interesting. I think he is just fantastic. And I'm dying to see this performance because all I hear from everybody is you've got to watch this performance by Benson Boone. You've got to watch this performance by Benson Boone. You have to do Bohemian Rhapsody by Benson Boone. Hey, Artie, Bohemian Rhapsody by Benson Boone. I've just heard it over and over and over again. So here I am, and here is Benson Boone doing Bohemian Rhapsody with Brian May live at Coachella. Let's do it.
Is this the real life? Is this just fantasy? Caught in a landslide, no escape from reality. Mama, just killed a man. I put a gun against his head. I pulled my trigger, now he's dead. Mama, life had just begun, and now I've gotta throw it all away.
Wow. All right. Here's the funny thing. He does not sound like Freddie Mercury. He sounds like Benson Boone doing a tremendous cover of a song, but you can hear the scratchiness, especially when he reaches a certain register. You can hear it begins to scratch a little bit in his voice. And that is reminiscent of the last song I did by Benson Boone, Beautiful Things, where his voice, and I love this is why I love singing so much. The voice reaches a certain register, and every singer, once they get to a certain register, to a certain note, in order to reach that note and a couple of notes above it, they all have to do something physically within their body to reach a certain note. And it affects the sound of the tone. And I love that because that is unique to every singer. Every singer is different. And I love that. By the way, look at him play the piano here.
Just kill the man. I put a
Notice how he's not doing the crossover that Freddie Mercury did when he sang. So he's playing it differently, whereas Freddie Mercury had his left hand arpeggiating a chord and then would come over with the right hand, do a bass note, and then go over with the right hand and do that higher note, the din, din. Um, Benson, there's a million ways to play it. You do not have to cross your hand over.
mama. Just kill the man.
So he's using the sustain pedal to keep the note going. He's doing like a bass note or octaving, but it looks like he's just doing a bass note with the piano. He plays the chord with the right hand, and then because he's using the sustain pedal, he brings the right hand over and does that higher part. Din, din. There's more than one way to do it. I always thought watching Freddie Mercury that reaching over with the left hand was extra work. Which for me, who's not a good singer, when I do extra work on the piano, my vocals suffer. Freddie Mercury didn't have that problem. I mean, he could cough and it would sound musical. But I'm beginning to think Benson Boone is the same way. He's got a really good vocal quality. Okay, enough of me talking. Let's go back.
I put a gun against his head. I pulled my trigger, now he's dead. Mama, life had just begun.
You hear that? The way he said just begun? That is not how Freddie Mercury sang it, but that's how Benson Boone sings it, and it's beautiful.
Life had just begun. And now I've gotta throw it all away. Mama, didn't mean to make you cry. If I'm not back again this time tomorrow, carry on, as if nothing really mattered.
What? He does these things. Like, what? First of all, I don't think the video is synchronized with the audio here, and that's kind of bothering me.
As if nothing really mattered. It's too late. My time has come. Send shivers down my spine. The body's aching.
There is a little something with the piano there that I heard that I just thought was out of place.
Time has come. Send shivers down my spine. The body
I'm not a fan of whatever that was on the keyboard, but you don't always know how things are going to sound.
is aching all the time. Goodbye, everybody. I've got to go. I've got to leave you all behind and face the truth. Mama, I don't wanna die. I sometimes wish I'd never been born at all. Brian, baby,
I know I just stopped a Brian May solo in the middle. I'm sorry, but my God, this guitar solo, I know he's almost playing it note for note from what the original song was, but oh my God, did he know how to follow the chord changes? He really followed the chord changes, and that's why every Brian May guitar solo was iconic. They all sounded so good because he just followed the chord changes. He didn't just blindly solo over the song. He played within the limits of the chord changes. He played with the song. Let's listen to it uninterrupted by me.
I don't wanna die. I sometimes wish I'd never been born at all. Right, I see a little silhouette of a man. Scaramouche, Scaramouche, will you do the fandango? Galileo, 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 Figaro. I'm just
I ain't even gonna attempt ever in my life hitting notes like that. That was like, what?
going. Galileo, 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 Figaro. I'm just a poor boy, nobody loves me. He's just a poor boy from a poor family, sparing his life from this monstrosity. Easy come, easy go, will you let me go? Mamma mia, mamma mia.
I have to stop it for a second, not to say anything meaningful. I just need to just say from the bottom of my heart, holy crap. I just need to regather myself. Didn't expect it to be this good. Wow, I want the chills to go away so I can function. The song just came on by itself, so I'm just going to keep it going.
To me,
I'm not a huge fan of the effect they put on his vocals here. His vocals are so freaking awesome. You don't want to overdo it with effects. And I don't know what this weird, they have like a weird reverb, a really high reverb that's kind of like a space reverb. You know, if you use certain types of DAWs like Reason or whatever, they have names for the reverbs. It sounds like a space reverb, and I kind of don't like it.
really matter to
Why?
me.
Very seldom do I see a performance, and then as the performance is over, am I just like, no, don't end it, don't end it, don't end it. There was so much there. There was so much there. I don't even know where to start. I mean, I don't necessarily think that I have to start. I think that just going back and watching the performance again is where to start, is just watching it again, going back and watching it again. And absolutely, he's 23 years old. And you know what? I did a little something. So I went ahead and looked him up. Benson Boone, he's 23 years old. He was born in 2002, and he started off on American Idol, and then he withdrew voluntarily, and I believe it was because something else. If you read on, he got his career started by singing on TikTok. He was invited to advance in the show's Hollywood Week, but he withdrew from the competition just after winning a place in the top 24 to focus on his career instead. So he was advancing. This is what I think is amazing, that there are a good amount of people who go into these competitions, whether it's The Voice or whether it's American Idol. And I think if you make it into those shows, you're a winner. The actual winner of all of these shows, it is super rare that they have some type of career that is noteworthy in the music world. He made a decision at a young age. So that was 2021. So 4 years ago. So he was 19. He decided, I'm not going to continue with American Idol. I'm going to continue with my career. And he focused on his career. He grew up loving singing. And what's interesting about this is that he was encouraged by a friend, go to TikTok, sing on TikTok. And that is something that helped launch his career into whatever the heck this is. But he's 23. His vocal range is off the charts. His showmanship and the way he performs, that just the way, just his showmanship is off the charts, off the charts. At 23, to have Brian May actually come out and play the guitar on one of the most iconic rock songs of all time, that some rock fans would say is top 5 of all time, to go out and do that and get the audience going and to sing with that much confidence, to have that much confidence in your ability to sing at such a young age, is otherworldly. This man is going to have a gigantic career. It's already big. He hit notes that I didn't even think were humanly possible for a human, let alone a man. I just think that what he did was amazing. And this is going to be a very high score. Yes, there were a few things that the engineering did and that the musicians did that I thought didn't fit. Like in the beginning of the song, there was a couple piano parts. It almost sounded like it was some type of synthesized piano, or clang piano, almost like a percussive piano sound, you know. It was just for a couple of bars, and it came in and then came out, and I'm happy it came out because it just didn't fit the song. And then putting that heavy space reverb on him in the end, I thought kind of took a little bit away. I think heavy reverb would have been nice, or some type of ping pong delay would have been great, especially with how awesome this guy's voice is. I think adding that heavy spatial effect actually took away because of the fact that he doesn't need it. But I can sit here and just talk about how awesome this was for 45 minutes, and no one wants me to do that. I mean, and the flips, flipping off the piano, flipping here, flipping there, that's just all added stuff that I think is great. Now, if you suck as a musician and suck as a singer and performer, then you almost need to rely on those flips. And trust me, I've seen artists performing and then realizing that their performance isn't going that well, so they try other things, and it usually, the audience is smart. The audience usually sees that. Here, the audience looks at it and says, ah, that's just the icing on the cake, right? Or the cherry on top, because of the fact that the performance in and of itself was just something from like another planet. I felt like I was watching a singer perform on the planet Zygon in the Andromeda Galaxy. This is something futuristic almost. I just thought it was awesome. This is going to get the highest score of anything I've ever rated. I would give it a 9.6. There were a couple things that are going to make me bring it down because it wasn't perfect. And nothing is perfect. I don't think I'll ever give a 10, by the way. So if people are sitting at home saying, what the heck, man, give it a 10. I don't see myself ever giving anything a 10, but I could be wrong. But I'm going to bring this down to a 9.4, which is still the highest score I've ever given anything. And I've been doing this now for a whole entire 3 months. 9.4, take it or leave it. That is what I'm going to give it. It's the highest score. This was the best performance I've ever seen, basically. It was just amazing on so many levels. But yeah, there were a couple of imperfections. And yeah, I'm going to bring it down to a 9.4 because perfection is hard to get. But this was as close to perfection as you could possibly get. I know. I know. There are Benson Boone fans out there that are like rabid, and they're probably watching this saying, give it a 10 or a 9.9. 9.4. And I still think that that is phenomenal. Anyways, tell me what you think in the comments. This is Artie Astor from B Sharp and C saying until next time, keep it groovy.